Hi, I'm Sandy Schreck for LBR Inspires, and today we want to introduce you to a new product called FibreFloral from Smithers Oasis. It's a new natural product that's created out of basalt volcanic material, and it's one of their new design mediums that they're offering. So we're going to take a look at using this today. It's a material that you would, when you use it in a container, you want to have the container filled with it. When it does get wet, the edges aren't as strong as basic foam from Smithers Oasis. And then you also want to use a serrated knife to cut the material so that you can go through. On a regular knife, it'll kind of compress it. So if you use a serrated knife, you can see how easily that material cuts. So I've already pre-soaked our container here. I'm using a glass vase, and you can see that it has that whole natural look. To just add another little bit of a textural influence and kind of a natural finish, I'm just going to add a few stones on here. We're going to be making like a vegetative column design in this container so that we're able to not hide that basic material, that foundation that we're using the design medium to create our design in. So you'll see that it's easy to put the stems in. You just come in and kind of put those stems in with intention, and it'll just go right into, and you can see how well the design medium holds. And next we're just going to add a few more floral materials. So I've got a rose here. This is one of the new roses that we're carrying called Country Sun, and it's one of the roses with the quartered centers, and it has that garden rose look to kind of have that visual interest. But what we want to do there, we're just showing it kind of to the side, and we're gonna stair step these down so that it just draws you down into the design, and some of the materials are down lower that you can see that beautiful composition of the petals throughout this rose and how beautifully they open with those quartered centers. So everything feels really solid in there. Our next material we're going to come in with is a carnation, and I love the longevity of carnations. This one's Lion King, and it has a little bit of different coloration from the Alstromeria that picks up those different pieces. And we just kind of keep spinning around and continuing to stair step your eye throughout this design. And add a little bit more stones through the middle, because that's going to be kind of a void area that's not going to have a lot of product in. And then we have some of the Montbretia, a great orange look. And so you can see by the variety of materials that I'm putting in, it's very easy to use this material. It can be reused to plant seedlings in once your design has expired, so you are able to use it again for another purpose. Once the holes are made in it though, you can also reuse it by stuffing some of those holes full of the material, but then utilizing other holes. So if you use a design that doesn't have a ton of insertions, you are able to reuse that material. But it does have alternative uses. Next, we're just going to add a little bit of explosion grass that just gives that really fresh look. You can see how I keep turning this and just spinning that around. You have a little bit of the green kangaroo paw that just adds some great visual interest. And we're just going to put a couple pieces in between the Montbretia there. And so I didn't add any other additional foliages. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of the Foxtail Fern to just kind of finish off some of these bottom edges and just create that visual interest coming up into the design. So here's our column style design that's really done in the vegetative style, and just everything kind of going up to the sun, but you can see the transparency in throughout the design. But we've used the brand new product, the FibreFloral from Smithers Oasis. That's an all-natural product, so it can achieve any desires by your customers to utilize that natural product. It can be reused, and so provides a great water source for your floral materials, as well as a structure to create a fabulous design.